Hello, and thank you so much for joining me here on my channel. I'm going to be doing the Capricorn daily energy reading. As always, take what resonates, leave what does not, especially since this is a general reading. So if it doesn't resonate for you, it may resonate for someone else. We're going to be looking at what you may be struggling with, which is the King of Swords. We have the Strength card. And we have the Devil card. Advice from the Tarot, we have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Three of Wands. And we have the Queen of Swords. And energy coming in is the Four of Pentacles. And the Seven of Swords. And we have the Eight of Wands. And the overall energy is the Death card, which also can represent Scorpio. So it could be that this may have to deal with a Scorpio. All right, so you can kind of see, I guess I could kind of put it there. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the best place for my camera. You know, it's just like trying to figure it all out. So what you may be dealing with is being confident in a situation that I feel is trying to take your energy away. So this is what you're dealing with, is trying to, I feel like you're trying to find a solution to something. The Capricorn, this is the Capricorn card, so it could be that it's the Devil card energy, which is toxic energy. You know, being, you know, having bad habits, feeling restrained to something, feeling that you are trapped in something, toxic energy, kind of going to bad habits. I feel like you're in some sort of energy where you're feeling a lot of negativity, and that maybe you're going back to kind of thinking in old ways, and where you were focusing on negativity, or you're feeling frustrated, or you're feeling trapped in a situation and you feel that there's a lot of negativity around you. And I feel like you're having trouble pulling yourself out of that and thinking things through with that King of Swords there and the Strength card. And I feel that maybe you're feeling trapped in that energy. Sometimes that happens when we start focusing on negative things, or you keep replaying that negativity. And I feel like it's kind of like you're going back to old ways. It could be that maybe there is someone that is around you that is a toxic relationship, and maybe that person has contacted you recently, and you are thinking about, or maybe you're getting involved with that person again. Like you open that door to that Devil card, whatever that Devil card represents for you, that negativity, whether it's thinking or it's a person or it's a situation. And I feel like you've opened that door to that, and you're having trouble moving away from that, because the overall energy is the Death card. And the Death card is something that you are holding on to that is preventing you from transforming and moving forward and putting something to an end. So that's the energy of this reading, is that it's time to put this that you're struggling with to an end. It's time to bring that to an end. And the advice from the Tarot is the Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. And realizing, the advice from the Tarot is kind of realizing that you're only hurting yourself, and to take a closer look at what you're focusing on. And if you're focusing on this Devil card here, that this is what you have the power to change, what it is that you're focusing on. You have the power to change your energy that you are putting towards this Devil card here, whatever this is representing, and it's zapping your strength. And you have the power to turn this around from being the Devil card to being the Capricorn card, where you're feeling empowered. And the advice from the Tarot is look at what it is that you're focusing on and changing that trajectory and focusing on something different. focusing on how do I pull myself out of this, not leaving that to somebody else. Sometimes when we feel a lack of confidence, so I feel that that's why this is in this, what you're struggling with column, is that you're feeling this lack of confidence and you're feeling like you can't do it. And I kind of feel like you're looking for someone else for answers. You're looking towards someone else to fix what is going on within you. And what you have to do is you have to find within you what it is, right? Because that's what I feel like with this Eight of Pentacles, is what is within you that you can control and you can fix. And what is it that you're focusing on, right? Is that negativity, or did you open the door to let somebody in that is negative or that is toxic? And if you did that, why are you doing that? Why did you open that door to that person? Is that your comfort zone, where if you feel a sense of loss or you're in this devil energy, is that your comfort zone? And is it time for you to change that focus? Is it time for you to realize, I keep putting myself in situations where I feel this negative energy. I feel this sense of lack, and I need to turn that around, and I need to change things so that I am not focusing on that. I have the power to shut that door, whether it's thinking within your head or it's letting that person in. And you have to realize that you are strong and you have the power to make those changes. Sometimes we feel like we lack that. And that's what you're struggling with that Strength card, is you're feeling like you don't have the power in this situation, but you do. The energy that wants to come in is the Four of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. So it also, the Eight of Wands. So I feel like the energy that wants to come in for you is it's finally time for you to move away. It's finally time for you to move on. It's time for you to focus on you. It's time for you to take what you can from the situation, learning from this situation, and then move forward with this Eight of Wands. It's self-empowerment, and it's helping yourself out, and it's not giving that power to someone else for them to fix the situation. It's giving yourself the power to fix the situation, whatever's going on here. Sometimes I feel like, when we have the lack of confidence within ourselves, we're looking towards other people to fix our problems. But we have to look within ourselves to fix our own problems. We have to look at what are we focusing on. I feel like this Eight of Pentacles is the main card here, where it's like what is it that you're focusing on? And because this person is taking a closer look at this pentacle, and it's kind of realizing, do I keep, focusing on this Devil card energy, and I need to turn that around. I need to focus on something different. And to empower yourself, right? To get back into the Strength card, to empower yourself, and with this King of Swords, is to empower yourself and say, it's time for me to turn things around. We have the Chameleon Spirit, act as if, putting yourself in the energy of feeling success, right? Whatever success is. So if you're saying, okay, you're focusing on the negative things because if that's your comfort zone and it's making you feel less than, and you think, I don't want to feel like that. I want to feel abundance. I want to feel success. I want to feel like my relationships are amazing. My work life is amazing. My home life is amazing. And writing those things down and putting yourself in that energy of feeling, I am successful. I am beautiful. I am amazing. I am special. I deserve every good thing that comes my way. And instead of putting yourself in the negative energy, putting yourself in the positive energy with this Chameleon Spirit, and act as if you already have all of your dreams and goals, and it's the most perfect life that you have. It's switching your mindset, because this is what you're struggling with here, is switching your mindset from the Devil card to the Nine of Cups card, right? Or the Ten of Cups, or the Ten of Pentacles. It's like switching that around and having that transformation and change with that Death card, having that change within yourself, and being able to say, and put yourself in the positive energy, and to use this energy, the negative energy that you have, to fuel yourself and say, I'm not going to be in this energy anymore. I'm not going to feel less than. I'm not going to feel negative. I'm not going to feel in this bad energy, that I'm going to use that and I'm going to push through it. It's however you perceive it and whatever works for you in order to push yourself out of that negativity, out of that devil card energy. And but to put it into the Capricorn card energy, right? And to empower yourself and to act as if you were already where you want to be. Your life is already where you want to. I've already solved this problem, right? So if this is a particular, so if it's somebody that you've opened that door and they've come back into your life, and you say, act as if, okay, this person is no longer in my life. How does that feel? That's a huge relief. Like, I don't have to deal with this person anymore. And I can start focusing on things that make me happy and bring me, help me reach my goals, right? That I don't have this baggage on me anymore. How does that feel? That feels so good. That feels amazing. So what do I have to do, right? Because you're in this energy, right? You're acting as if you're in this energy. It feels so good. So then you're like, okay, so what do I need to do to make this happen? Okay, I've got to shut the door on this person. That I have to, whatever that means to you. So it could be blocking their number. It could be, if you have to speak with the person, it's putting up those boundaries and say, I'm only going to talk to the person about the stuff that I need to talk to them about. And other than that, I'm not going to say any more than that, right? Is it setting up those boundaries to help yourself to move forward and move away from that devil card energy? We have to empower ourselves and say, what boundaries do I need to set up? If it's negative thinking that you have within yourself, then every time you start going to the negative, for me, I like to have the red circle with a line through it. And I say, no, I'm not going to think about that. Like, that's not helping me, because I would like to hyper focus on something that is negative. So that way I start feeling sad. I start feeling down. I start feeling lonely. And it's like, no, I don't want to feel like that anymore. So I'm going to put a stamp on that. And I'm going to focus on something else that brings me happiness and enjoyment and is helping me. If you have yourself in a negative energy, then you find ways to keep yourself in that negative energy. You find things to focus on. This is just what I feel. I'm not a doctor or a therapist or anything, but this is what I found, and this is what I've learned within myself. So if your comfort zone is being negative or feeling less than, or feel like everything's wrong with the world, or then you find things to confirm that. But if you feel that the world is a beautiful place and it's amazing and every day is a gift and every moment is a gift and enjoy every situation, then you start to find the things that confirm that, right? That confirm that it's a beautiful place, that confirms all of the positive energy. And so that helps to shift your focus. So instead of focusing on the negative, you start to focus on the positive. That's just what I've realized. That's just what I've figured out within myself, right? Yes, we all have to do things that we don't enjoy. In fact, I'm going to have to go back to work. So it's not really something that I wanted to do. I really wanted the YouTube channel to work out, and I'm getting it back on track. It's just taking some time. But in the meantime, I'm going to have to go back to work, and I'm going to have to go back to being a cashier. And yes, that worries me. And it's going to be long hours standing on my feet, and it's going to be painful, and it's dealing with people again, which I love, but also it can be stressful. And my frame of mind is I'm going to be grateful for that I have this job, that I have this, that I'm making money, that these, people are coming in and they're buying the groceries. So that helps me to reach my goals so that I can pay my bills, so that I can feel less stressed about where money is coming in from. And I'm going to also focus on all of the other positive things that I have in my life, that I have my horse, that I have, all of these amazing people in my life. And that's what I'm going to focus on, that even when it gets hard, I'm going to keep focusing, because I want to keep my mindset in a positive place, even though it's something that I don't really want to do. And hopefully I won't have to do it for long, but however long I have to do it, that I'm going to make the best of the situation. And I feel like that's what's going on here, that whatever this negativity is, focusing on your end goal, but also feeling thankful for all of the positive things that you do have going going on in your life. And we have our star dragons, which is resources. For me, that was making me think of all of the things that I'm grateful for, right? Those resources that will help you in this acting as if in this positive frame of mind. So the resources for me will be all of the positive people that I have, my pets that I have, all of the, my nice living space that I have. Just the resources for me to act as if is all of my positive things that I am grateful for in my life. That's resources. So same for you. So if you're in this act as if, right, this energy that you want to shift to, what are all of those things that can help you, those resources that you have to help you shift to that energy? We have the whispers of healing. We have growth. So I feel like that's a lot of personal growth that you have going on here, because you're realizing, okay, you're learning about yourself. You're seeing how you're caught in this negativity, that you're losing that confidence and strength and power within yourself, and that you're realizing, what are those things that I need to do to shift that energy, to turn things around? And that to me, I feel represents personal growth, right? That you're growing, that you're not just accepting something, that you're not being caught in this death card energy, that you are going through transformation, that you are ending something that is not serving you. We have be assertive, and this person has the mask that they are taking off, right? Take the mask off and face the reality and say, hey, I'm stuck in this devil card energy. I am losing confidence, that I am focusing on the wrong things, that I need to shift my focus, right? That I need to be assertive in this situation, and I need to shift my focus, right? And take that mask off and realize, yeah, like I keep focusing on the negative, or I need to shift my focus. We have mending. This could be something that you are mending yourself, that you are healing yourself, that maybe you feel hurt by something. Maybe there is, something that has been bothering you, and it's fixing yourself, and it's rebuilding. I feel that rebuilding your own confidence is mending yourself. It's helping yourself. And, before you can help anyone else, you have to help yourself first. Just like I said many times before, when you're on the airplane, that you have to put your mask on first, right? Put your oxygen mask on first before you can help anyone else. We have woman holding a heart, and I feel like it's looking out for yourself, mending your own heart, mending those hurts that you have within yourself, not looking for somebody else to fix that or to change that, or to, sometimes we're always looking for something else to mend ourselves, but we have to realize we have to mend our own hearts, and we have to mend ourselves and empower yourself in that way. All right, let's grab a energy oracle card. Or did I already pull one? I did. But you know what? Since I grabbed the deck, let's just pull another one. We have Magician in the Mirror. So that's a good card to pick. So it's looking at yourself in the mirror and realizing how powerful you actually are, right? Looking at yourself in the mirror. I actually did that this morning. And I was having, some doubts this morning, and I looked myself in the eye this morning as I was getting ready and putting my makeup on, and I told myself some positive affirmations. And you have to find what it is that works for you, right? That helps you when you're struggling. And for some people, it's writing down little post-it notes with positive affirmations, or, everybody has their own different things. So you have to find what works for you. For me, what works for me is I like to tell myself out loud positive affirmations. Positive affirmations help me when I'm struggling, and being able to say them out loud. I feel not only it's what I'm thinking in my mind, but it's like being able to say it out loud. I also hear it. So I feel like it's effective in that way. And then looking at myself in the mirror, that's also another way. It's like seeing and hearing and like saying. So I feel like it's speaking. So I feel like it's different. It's lots of different levels of confirmation within myself that everything will be okay. So for me, that's what works. So you have to find what works for you. I love it. So we have our Psychic Tarot, and we have the Six of Wands, which is victory and success. So we love victory and success, and that's what you're trying to achieve here, right? You're trying to move from this Devil card energy to victory and success. But what does that represent for you? It's different for each of us, right? We're all going through our own separate issues, and we're all dealing with our own things. So what does victory and success represent for you? And that's what you need to focus on. That's what you need to act as if you already have this victory and success. What does that feel like? What does that look like? What does your day look like? What does your energy feel like? Put yourself in that energy instead of putting yourself in this energy, right? This negative energy here, right? And it's putting that to an end and ready to transform and change and turn things around. You have the power to do that, and you have to believe that. You have to believe that. You can't just say it. You have to be able to believe that in here. You have to say, you have to feel that energy. You have to believe that. You have to believe the words that are coming out of your mouth. You know, whatever this victory and success represents for you, that you have to believe that. And it's not going to happen unless you have that alignment within yourself and you believe what it is that you say, and you believe what it is that you deserve, right? Whatever your victory and success is that you have to believe that that will happen and that will come in for you. And that's when you have the alignment. When you have that alignment, like I said before, that's when you start making the moves, you start doing the things that will help you to attain that feeling, right? That you will make those choices to make that feeling last. We have fortune reading card, patience. Slow down, change your attitude, and clear your mind. So I love it. That kind of sums up what this whole reading is about, is slowing down, right? With that Eight of Pentacles, clear your mind and change your attitude. And changing your attitude from the Devil card to your Six of Wands, your victory and success. And clear your mind. Clear your mind of the negativity. Clear your mind of the self-doubt, or use that as fuel to push you forward towards your goals. And to realize that this is something that's going to take time, because it's taking you time to get in this energy as it is. And it's going to take you time to make the changes. But if you are persistent and you keep the more that you notice it, and then you change your attitude and you change your focus, then that starts to become your new normal. And it's like you don't even have to think about it, because you've switched from automatically being negative in the Devil card energy to automatically being positive in this victory and success energy. So it's that shift that you have within yourself. It takes some time. It takes dedication. It takes being aware of what you're focusing on. It takes being aware of what situations you're putting yourself in that brings you that energy, and being aware of how do I remove myself from that energy. So again, that goes with that growth card there, and healing your own heart and mending a situation, but empowering yourself, right? All right. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you're still hanging in there with me. I hope you have an amazing day. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.